A pleasant good morning to all our listeners in Radio Land. You're tuned into Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the City of London in the United Kingdom. Today is Tuesday, the 5th of January 2021. The UK is now currently in a national lockdown. The United Kingdom is currently in a national lockdown. All the Bahamians here in the diaspora living in the United Kingdom. United Kingdom is currently in its third national lockdown. Bahama UK is bringing forth the latest information coming from SAGE. What is SAGE? SAGE is the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies. SAGE is the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies, who are the experts behind the government's COVID-19 response. The Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies, SAGE, has been thrust into the limelight as it advises the government on its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The evidence produced by this body of scientists, public health workers, and academics has helped shape government policy during the coronavirus crisis and by extension of our lives. Actually, SAGE is the emergency group for science, the science cobra, if you would call it. One of the decisions, the current coronavirus picture is informed by what comes out of SAGE. It brings together expertise from across the scientific spectrum, epidemiologists, clinical and vaccine experts, forecasting and modelers who feed their research and data into SAGE. SAGE's role is to provide consensus recommendations on all the key issues based on the body of scientific evidence presented by its members. This includes everything from how a potential COVID-19 vaccine is progressing to school closures, the usefulness of face masks, and compliance. These informed recommendations are then passed on to the government ministers and decision makers to help guide the response to COVID-19. You're locked into Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the City of London, and you're with Pastor Karen this morning. The United Kingdom is currently in its third lockdown. All citizens have been advised to stay indoors, apart from those who are working front line, those who are looking after vulnerable persons, those who have no choice and have to attend work. Apart from those various groups of people, everyone is advised to work from home. Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the City of London. pleasant good morning to all our listeners in Radio Land. You're tuned in live to Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the city of London in the United Kingdom. Yes, we're updating our Bahamian people here in the diaspora in the United Kingdom, and we're bringing the various information from SAGE, the United Kingdom Scientific Advisory Group Emergencies. These are the experts of different health disciplines who are assisting the government in the fight to combat and assist with COVID 19. Now we're bringing you the latest update from the Mirror. The Mirror, and the Mirror is exhibiting that UK coronavirus death toll will exceed 100,000, predicts SAGE. And this is coming from a professor on the committee of SAGE, Professor John Edmonds, said major additional measures were needed immediately to control the spread of the virus after today's daily death toll rose by 407. When he says today, he's talking about Monday, the 4th of January 2021. Let's see what the Mirror is saying in regards to this heading. UK coronavirus death toll will exceed 100,000, predicts SAGE professor. The UK's coronavirus death toll will exceed 100,000, predicts a SAGE professor. Professor John Edmonds added, I think total numbers of death will unfortunately measured now in those sorts of numbers, 100,000 or more. The current death toll where COVID-19 is mentioned on the death certificate is 82,624. 82,624. Boris Johnson will address the nation at 8 p.m., where he is expected to announce a national lockdown. The PM has spoken to the nation, and the UK is currently in its third lockdown, Radio Land. Those Bahamians living here in the diaspora of the United Kingdom. Professor Edmonds warned major additional measures were needed immediately to control the spread of the virus. The London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine scientists told BBC Radio PM program, we're in a really difficult situation. The new strain is significantly more transmissible strains, so we have to take significant extra measures to stop the NHS from becoming overwhelmed with patients. Bahamians in the diaspora, you're locked into Bahama UK. We're bringing you the latest update from the SAGE committee regarding COVID-19 here in the United Kingdom. A pleasant good morning to all our listeners in Radio Land. You're tuned in live to Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the city of London, the capital of the United Kingdom. We're bringing you the latest information pertaining to SAGE, the United Kingdom Scientific Advisory Group, Emergencies, which supports the government in combating COVID 19. And we're bringing you the latest information from the Mirror. So let's continue with what the Mirror is saying. Unfortunately, we are going to have to take some really major additional measures. I can't see any other way out of it. Professor Edmonds continue with the biggest lever that has only partly been pulled is school closures. That would have the biggest effect of a single measure, and I can see that happening. He later added, what we have to do now, and it's horrible, I know, but we have to take really quite stringent steps right now, as stringent as we can right now. Professor Edmonds rejected suggestions that a lack of public compliance with restrictions is a major issue, saying, I don't think that a major issue myself. I think people are pretty compliant. His warning comes after the UK's daily coronavirus death toll rose by 407 today, which was Monday the 4th, ahead of an expected lockdown announcement from Boris Johnson this evening. The Prime Minister has addressed the nation. The United Kingdom is currently in its third lockdown. A further 58,784 cases of the virus have also been recorded, with infections passing the 50,000 mark for the seventh day in a row. Last Monday's total daily death toll was 357, with a further 41,385 cases. Earlier today, figures showed 413 had died in hospital, the highest Monday increase since April. The fact the hospital figure is higher than the overall figure is likely to be due to the day the death happened rather than recorded. The Mirror continues with today's figures came as a pressure amounts for the third national lockdown and amid chaos over the reopening of schools in England. Boris Johnson will give a TV address to the nation on a new lockdown plans for England at 8 p.m. The Prime Minister is expected to call for tougher measures, which could include plunging the whole of UK into Tier 4 restrictions and shutting down schools. Tougher restrictions are now enforced. Schools are now closed. Only those whose parents are working and they have no one to support them and they're able to get that support from school, those children are able to attend schools. However, there is a third national lockdown, and everyone has been advised to stay indoors. Stay indoors. Only those who are permitted to attend places of work are permitted to do so. The Bahamians here in the diaspora, we've been on the program earlier. We've said take those native concoctions, boil your ginger, boil your garlic, boil your onion, boil the pineapple skin. You know, all skins of any vegetable and fruit is very healthy and it will boost our immune system. You're tuned in live to Bahama UK Radio, bringing you forth the latest information pertaining to COVID 19 here in the United Kingdom. Radio Land, thank you for tuning in to Bahama UK Radio, streaming live here in the city of London, the capital of the United Kingdom. Yes, the latest information pertaining to COVID 19 from the Scientific Advisory Group Emergencies in regards to the Mirror's latest update. I say to you, as the government would say, hands, face, space. Keep safe. For me, to my fellow Bahamians here in the diaspora, prayer is key. Prayer moves the hands of the Lord. The Lord will protect us. The Lord will preserve us. At the same time, we must comply with government policies. When we're out there, we're wearing our face mask. We have our hand sanitizers with us. As soon as we get indoors, we're washing hands, we're using our hand sanitizers, we're practicing all the necessary precautions. So I say to you, look after yourselves, look after your families, and it is well in the mighty name of Jesus. Until next time, from myself, Pastor Karen, God richly bless you all, my fellow Bahamians here in the United Kingdom. It's a goodbye for now. God bless.